The news, bro, they heard somebody stretch. In your feelings by the better get a grip. Tired of getting taxed for that, take a trip. I got right here for show, I make everybody dip. Went to visit granny, she say, what's that poking out your hip? I told bro to walk behind so he can catch me if I slip. She begging me to take a sip. First she drove the boat, then she like a ship. First you load it up, then you empty out the I'm not no button, not no wrinkle clothes, it ain't no pressing me. I got on Vinci, LV, no night, but I got that check on me. If I swing this from left to right, gon' have to check on your homie. Lil' brother, I'm known for stopping cars, but they be on go for me. When I'm out, it's bad luck. I just put 10 mil in the pen, it made me feel better. They're passing out deep, I'm cold with the My little young man, I am on the road, he'll scammer. Drippin' money, cloud splash, I'm covered in bells.
It's time for some football at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Tonight, a pair of NFC foes squaring off. It's the Detroit Lions and the Super Bowl champion Philadelphia Eagles. Jake Bates now ready to get this one started. And off we go on Thursday night primetime. Set to return it, here's Will Shipley. And this drive will start inside the 25. So here come the Eagles for their opening drive. They're led out by the newly minted Super Bowl champion, now in his 6th season, Jalen Hurts.
Kate, it's not often that we talk about quarterbacks having a nose for the end zone in football. It's usually reserved for the running backs, but Jalen Hurts has changed that conversation. He has so much power, so much strength. You get him into the short yardage situations or around the goal line, he finds a way to get in, but it's not just there. He's got a deep ball that's the envy of many. He's elevated his teammates around him, and he's got a skill set that I know a lot of quarterbacks would sure love to have.
And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's good for an Eagles first down.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length, it takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Motioning one of the tight ends. They run it with Saquon Barkley. Good little whip there. Looks like about 6. Herbie Joseph up for the stop.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid gain, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Shotgun snap for Hurts. Finds him over the middle. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the first down.
There's no question. The greatest concern there was just getting the first down. You want a high percentage throw, and you're not really concerned about big yards. Well, the drag route was perfect. He comes open in the short field. It's easy to zip that throw right in there and reset those chains.
First down, run with Barkley. And he's going to have this down to the 42-yard line. They gain 11 on that play, and that'll be good for a Philadelphia first down.
Danger, Kate. Danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
Going to the ground again on first. And this run is going to push it inside the 40. Give him 7 there.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
Nice run last play. Sets up 2nd and 2. We're going to go with Barkley on the counter. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
Offense sure is marching to begin this game. Here's a first down from the 30. They go to Barkley again. Finds a nice lane there, and that's good for 6 yards.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
7 yards on that last play, so this is 2nd and 3. Hurts tucks it, starts running. And that zone read goes backwards, Brock. They hand him a loss of 5.
It's easy for me to say up here in the friendly confines of the booth, Kate, but that was not the right read. And you hate seeing him absorb yet another hit at the end of the play. You never want him taking unnecessary shots throughout this game.
It's been an 8-play drive, and on play number 9 now, 9 is what they need on 3rd down. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Well, that took some force right there. That took some serious defensive effort to force the incompletion. You're not going to see a lot of guys ever let go of a football when they got a first down right in their midst. That force, that contact, separated man from ball.
Field goal, a 46-yard attempt.
Elliott connects there. And they get 3 on their first series. Hope to build on that in the drives ahead.
If they can keep moving that ball the way they did on the opening drive, he's going to be called upon, I gotta guess, Kate, for more than just field goals. Probably some extra points, too.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Greg Reynolds to return it. Things going well so far. Past midfield, and he's got space. It's a foot race. Touchdown! They return the kick all the way to the house. Well, when it's set up perfectly, Brock, and you get an exciting return man back there fielding it, wow, there are not many plays in football more exciting than taking a kick back for 6.
Find those blockers, follow those blockers, and then step on the gas. So simple for me to describe, yet so tough to execute on the field.
Now it's Jake Bates for the extra point. Bad weather doesn't affect that extra point. It's good. And the Lions take a 4-point lead.
Eagles 3.
What do you think, Brock? Can we get dueling kick return touchdowns, huh? Let's find out. The kick is away. Shipley now to return. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. Now for the second time this game, we're going to look at the Philly offense. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. First call here coming from the shotgun. Hurts now from the gun. Big gain downfield. And the stop is made as he drives this to the opposing 43. Excellent pickup to move the chains. 36 yards in the end.
Eagles, first down. First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
I try to remind you a time or two, Kate, that you always got to start your read from the secondary forward. You got to see what the safeties are doing. If you're going to throw a ball in the middle third, deep downfield like that, you have to have tremendous awareness of where those safeties were, and the QB just nailed it.
Design keeper here for Hurts. And he gives himself up after a short gain. It's a 3-yard pickup on that run, and that takes us to the end of the first quarter. We've reached the end of one on Thursday night primetime. 7-3 is our score. We'll return to the link right after this. Ready now for our second quarter. The Eagles have the football. They've got 2nd and 7 to start. Zone read give here to Barkley. And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. Lee McNeil in on the tackle.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Extra man in the secondary for the Lions on this 3rd down. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. This one's caught, Smith has it. It's a Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles take a second quarter lead. It's a Devontae Smith touchdown.
I know you got to mix your looks defensively. You just can't play all zone coverage, and sometimes you got to play man-to-man. But with the receiver, with that kind of speed, that is scary, and he just made him pay.
Now Jake Elliott on to attempt the extra point. Extra point sent in through the rain. And the Eagles push their lead to 3. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Khalif Raymond to return it. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. All right, Lions just about ready. 1st and 10. Motion man sent left. Off the play fake, Miller. This one to Williams out left side. And on 1st down, only gets about a yard here. And the defender there to force him out.
Out of bounds at the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Miller on play action. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
When they were in their defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go. Let that pass rush get home.
Defense looking to defend the marker on 3rd down. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Throw left side, and St. Brown has it. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. How about that play, Brock? On 3rd and 14, they find a way to convert.
The numbers are pretty clear, Kate. You get explosive plays. Those explosive plays on drives lead to points. You can't ask for a better start offensively.
First give on the ground to Jahmyr Gibbs. And a great play is brought to an end as this one reaches the 35-yard line. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down.
Detroit Lions, first down.
You want to drain some of the excitement, some of the noise from a home stadium? It's exactly how you do it when you go on the road. Run it right down their throat from the jump.
First down, and they go right back to him. And he works it inside the 30. That's a gain of 7.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get games like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
After that little 8-yard scoot, here comes 2nd and 2. Again, it's Gibbs. Ooh, they're on that one. Second down's going to end up in a loss of yards. So when we come back, it'll be 3rd and 7. We've reached our 2-minute warning. More football from the link coming up in just a moment. Play number 7 on this drive, and they need 7 here on 3rd down. To the air on 3rd and long. Hits him on the out route. And he's close, but they say he did not get there. It's going to be 4th and maybe a yard. Timeout taken by the Eagles. That's going to be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. All right, so they're going for this. I like this being aggressive from the get-go on their opening drive. Running for it. Here's Gibbs. And the early aggressiveness is answered. They went for it on their opening series, and the defense stops them. That's a turnover on downs.
I think this defense was resigned to giving up 3 points on the opening series. Instead, well, they got the chance to deny them anything. And boy, did they ever attack it.
The Eagles and receiver Devontae Smith returning to the field. They seem likely to carry the lead into the locker room, but some points here to end the half could make things even more comfortable. Offense showing trips out right as they get set for this 1st and 10. Now Hurts. Completed over the middle. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Barkley trying this up the gut, and he'll get them enough for a first down.
You know what I like about a 2nd and short run play, Kate? Yeah, I like getting a first down, but you know what I like even more? That's going to set up a play-action pass in a similar down and distance, and that defense is going to have to key on the run.
New set of downs for them. They'll start at the 38. Keeping it with Barkley on first down. And he's going to be hauled down after a gain of about 7. It's 2nd down.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Nice run last play. Sets up 2nd and 2. Hurts tucks it, starts running. And he wisely avoids contact, sliding down there, and that played good enough for a first. Philadelphia going to spend its 2nd timeout. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. Here we go, 3rd and less than a yard. Barkley on the shotgun handoff. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. This one goes for 3 yards. And that's good for an Eagles first down. The Eagles decide to spend their 3rd and final timeout. And that's that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. Hurts to throw. He's running with it. And he's going to have this one down to the 37. Give him 13 on that play. And that'll be good for a Philadelphia 1st down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
So a field goal game at the half. Good one so far, 2 quarters to go. Now let's check in with Scott Hansen. He's got our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone. Scott Hansen here in our thankfully dry studios in Orlando. That's obviously not the case at the stadium, where the rain continues to play a factor in this game. Who will take better advantage of it in the second half? To find out the answer, let's go back out to the stadium and rejoin our commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
Thanks so much, Scott, and hope you are really today enjoying that dry studio as the rain continues to fall here in our second half. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Here's Raymond on the return. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. So the Lions headed out for their second drive of the game. And their defense sure has kept this game close. Now it's time for them to come through, get some points for their team in this low-scoring affair. Detroit offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. I'll start on the ground with Gibbs. And he's going to keep his balance long enough to get ahead for a gain of 5. Give him 5 on that carry. Bring it up 2nd and 5.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. That's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
So gain of 5 on that 1st down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on 2nd. Shotgun snap to Miller. That's caught. Here comes Jahmyr Gibbs. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. They'll say he got 5 there, but Brock, all they care about is the 1st down that comes with it.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
On 1st down, it's Gibbs. And he's able to stay on his feet through that run, at least until the tackle stops him. He picked up close to 4. Halfway there on 1st down, that brings up 2nd and 5.
Really good patience right there. It's hard to do for runners in this league because these holes close up so fast, but he was patient, he was explosive, and he got a nice little gain on the ground.
Miller setting the throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. Gain of 9 yards on the play. And the Lions have a 1st down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
Gibbs now from the gun. Good defensive effort here. Drives them back across midfield onto their own side. Just couldn't get outside quick enough to take that D-line out of the picture. And one of those guys impressively got on the edge and caught him.
You know what's scary in this game today, Kate? When you watch the combine and you watch these 280-pound DNs that run like 4.6.
Yeah.
I am really thankful I don't play quarterback in today's game.
Out of the shotgun, Miller. Throwing the out route complete. A solid gain there. Gets him across the 45 before he goes out.
I know I could sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative. When the best of them make it look oh so easy.
7th play of the drive. They've been moving it well. This is 3rd and 6. Throw here, 3rd down. It's on target to Williams. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And that is good for Detroit 1st down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips, cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Enough to Gibbs from the gun. And 2nd down is going to be a good bit tougher. You can't even get back to the line. This play loses yards.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Now here's Miller. To the right and hauled in by Laporta. And he takes it across the 30 before heading out.
Kate, if there was one throw in the game plan that kept me up at night more than any other, it was an out route versus zone coverage. Because you got to throw with anticipation, but you also got to make sure those defenders' eyes aren't reading you like a book.
They'll throw, 3rd and long. Now Miller fumbles the football, and the Eagles get to it. And that right there is going to be the spot they take over as they pick up a couple extra yards on the fumble return.
Hey, a normal old stop on 3rd down just wasn't good enough for this crew. Nope, they had to rip the ball away from them literally in an impressive and dominant play that sets their offense up for success.
The Eagles and Saquon Barkley ready to take over once again. And it has been all about these defenses so far, Brock. Even into the 2nd half, we're still waiting for one of these offenses to take charge.
Yeah, what you're feeling, these defenses are making every yard tough, every 1st down tough, every series tough. And offensively, yeah, it's time to toughen up and maybe more importantly, sharpen up.
Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Starting on the ground here with Barkley. And he's got it up to midfield and into Lions territory. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
It's a sweep. He pumps the pass forward. And he's brought down after a solid gain on what's going to be the final play of the quarter. So we've hit the end of this 3rd quarter for this Thursday night primetime game. It's Eagles football trying to carry this lead across the finish line. So 1st down from the 41. They'll go from the gun with Barkley. And this one's going the wrong way. Nice win for that defense as they send him backwards.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Back to throw, Hurts. Hauled in by Goddard, left side. He has it to the 23-yard line as he's brought down. He'll get 22 out of that play. And that's good for an Eagles 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage. at the combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Running left, this is Barkley. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
You know, Kate, sometimes football and poker have a lot in common. You don't want to tell at the poker table, and you don't want one at the line of scrimmage. Sometimes just it's alignment. It's the way these linemen breathe. It's the blood in their knuckles the defenders read and react to. I think that time a tell was in play because the defense was all over that counter before it could get started.
And he will score. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles grow their lead off the turnover. They were throwing for it there, and they didn't care who knew about it, Brock. And it turns out, hey, nothing was going to stop them either.
Yeah, there's something about an empty formation. You are declaring into a defense. Other than QB draw, this ball is going to be in the air. But at the same time, you also force the defense's hand. There's only so many coverages they can play. They just exposed them.
Elliott on now to attempt the point after. Got a good plant in the rain there. The extra point flies through. And the Eagles make it a 10-point ball game.
17, Lions 7.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Reynolds with a return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The offense headed out now for Detroit. And they just saw that lead stretch out to a two-score margin now. Really makes this a must-score series late.
And Kate, you know I believe this. You can never play this game in a state of desperation, but a state of urgency got to be a sky high right now.
All right, Lions just about ready. 1st and 10. Throwing now off the play action. Finds Laporta. And all he can do is get back to the line on that effort, so no gain on 1st down.
There's no negatives ever on a grade sheet for a completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, you'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. From the gun, Miller. That's to Laporta again. And he's going to be brought down here at the 42. Give him 13 on that play. And the Lions have a 1st down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
1st down from the 42. Miller's going to throw here. That one falls to the turf. Couldn't hang on. It's incomplete. It was there. He just couldn't corral it. So it'll be 2nd down. Well, what a stretch to begin the game, Brock. That finally his first incompletion. He had been perfect across so many looks before that.
Hard. It's just hard to be perfect with that kind of precision. That was rhythm. It's truly rhythm personified.
Yeah, it makes you marvel at the NFL record, doesn't it? Got slid this great note from our stats savant, Daniel Kitchen. Phillip Rivers owns that record, Brock. 25 straight completions to begin a game.
Hey, that's one of those situations as a quarterback that on my grade sheet, that's a negative. That screen was ambushed by the defense, and you've got to throw it away. Just find a way to put it at his feet and not create a negative play for your offense.
Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. 3rd and long for him here. Big strike here to Williams. And they're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30. That one goes for 31 yards and a 1st down when all is said and done.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position by hitting on that shot. You've totally flipped the field. and the tone of this drive.
Down a couple of scores, but still some time left and 3 timeouts as well. It's 1st and 10. Handoff running left. Here's Gibbs. Not the way to begin a new set of downs, Brock, as they drop him behind the line. And it's not just some quarterbacks, Brock, here who got to have short memories. You tell me these 2 defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock them backwards.
To throw is Miller. Finds him over the middle. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. Now the Lions calling a timeout. They're first. And they can take a moment to try to build more momentum after getting the first.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
Need to work as quick as you can here, Brock. 2 timeouts left, down 2 scores. It's 1st down. Here's a counter give to Gibbs. Shoots away from one. Has some room to work. And it's close, but he's not going to score. Out of bounds right at the goal line, Brock. It's going to be 1st and goal.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
Offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Gibbs does not score. They not only stop him, they backed him up a couple of yards.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Went the wrong direction the last play. Need to get forward 3 yards here on 2nd and goal. And this is cut for a score, and we are not done here yet. Wow, just fantastic work there. Tiptoeing along the back line. The concentration was there. Great catch for 6.
Yeah, the concentration and the body control. I don't know how these receivers do it in this day and age. There's no space to work with, yet they have such an awareness to secure it first, to tap dance the line, and go get that touchdown.
This would put it back within a field goal. And he connects there, so now another kick from him. A field goal will tie this game in the 4th.
17. Lions, 14.
Approaching the final minute here, they need to find a way to defy the odds and get this back. And the Eagles are able to recover. And that should just about do it for us here. Ooh, can't get it back on the onside kick. Can still get a final chance with a quick 3 and out, though, albeit not with a lot of time for them left to work with.
Yeah, Kate, unless they can force a miracle turnover, and we've seen that before, a 3 and out is really the only avenue remaining. Defense, go buckle it up.
The Eagles ready to set up shop on offense. They're headed down now defending not a 2-score lead, just a field goal advantage here. So wondering, Brock, is that going to affect how they approach a chance at closing this one out?
No, I don't think there's any question about it. Yeah, I think if it's a 2-score game, it's run, 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 take every second off and punt that ball. Not now. Now you've got to get to the plays that you trust and believe in the most.
First down, a run with Barkley. This is going to be down to, looks like about the opposing 36 for their next snap. Detroit calls timeout. It's 2nd. And they'll have just 1 left to burn now.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on 1st down. It's a chance to run it here. Back into that favorite formation they go, Brock, forcing those guys to burn a timeout. So beneath a chorus of fly, Eagles fly, it's a win for the Eagles. And we know how rain can wreak havoc at any moment on a football field, but they didn't let that stop them today. They played their game, and as a result, they're leaving here with a victory. So for Brock Heward and all of our crew, I'm Kate Scott, wrapping up another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. The Eagles are winners as we say so long from Philadelphia.